Yo, what's up? Welcome to Madhouse Pro. I'm in the building. If you don't like it, you could get out because it's my building. Hey, do what it do. Let's go into some stuff real quick. Not DJ, but Bolo the producer dropped some stuff a few days ago. I didn't get a chance to respond because I like Bolo, but my response is in support of Bolo. I don't come on here to go against other people. Um, I'm a sort of against the grain type guy though. On the real, like, is you? Yeah, is you? Is you, dude? Yeah, I am. My belief always have been, for those been watching my channel for a while, nothing against the big names because I support them too. There isn't anyone that I don't support because everybody has a different view on products, brands. I always tell you this, it depends on the user. The user. You probably could get dope with little, you could get dope with a lot. It is what it is. So I see a lot of people, and it's always been the process to where I see um, somebody downplaying on their dollar choice or this and that. Lately, it's been pretty good though, but initially in the early stages, I can't give you a time frame. But if you ain't using Pro Tools, you just ain't got it, homie. When I went to school. This was about 2000 and my daughter wasn't even born, so it was pre. So this is around 2006 ish, around that time, and Pro Tools was the industry standard for recording, recording. But you know what? Everything else could record as well. Every Jesus, let me get you guys back. Hold on. Hello. Uh oh. Hey, how you doing? All right. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I got a moment. All right, I'm back. I had to take that. That was business. Business. Now let me quit. Yeah, business. Something dealing with. But I was talking about Bolo the producer. So he put, and I was talking about users, whoever's using the software, hardware, they'll get a different type of sound and to their liking. So sound recording and just what you want to hear is subjective to the listener. Also, the user using the equipment. So I'm not going to get too much into that. But Bolo put out how most of the younger guys or new people that's coming up using FL Studio to record. I agree with that. And there's no argument because you're going to use what you want to use. You're going to use what you paid for. You're going to use what you can afford. And it is what it is. So you can't look at it, for me, you can't look at it any other way. People just used to want to say they use Pro Tools just to be like, oh, I'm using industry standard. It still may not give you industry standard results. So, with that being said, um, Magic Music Maker. Excuse me, y'all. Shout out to Miss K Brown out of Chicago. She put me up on this bout. Man. Oh, it's been over 2 decades ago. And she was doing a podcast back then, and I was just new on the production team, production side. And she was using this company right here, Magix. Man, she was using Magix Music Maker, and it was totally different from this. And the set was that the record button. When I used to see that record button, I was a tape deck dude back in the day, so I was like, "Oh, I know what that is, record." But it was simplified, and the results that you got from it at that time was dope. So that was one of the first DAWs that I bought before getting FL Studio, Pro Tools, PreSonus Studio One. When they first came out, I was with them. Cubase. It was so many other players out in the game now, and everything is still it is what it is. Everybody used something that they could work with. But like he said, FL Studio, yeah, I would record at FL Studio too. The tools are right there. And for those who use other software or whatnot, it all ties in because if you're using Universal Audio, um, now that see back in the day, not too long ago, you couldn't use Universal Audio on a Windows platform nor Pro Tools until just recently, and I found that out in school. I was like, well, I'm using a Windows PC because I could customize it, more data, more RAM. I could get what I want, but the software, the software caught up now with Windows. So either or, you could do Windows or you could do Mac. The choice is yours. This or that, or both. Smash them together, peanut butter and jelly. It is what it is. Oh, but so today I'm opening up Magix Music Maker, the very first DAW that I brought. Somebody will say, that's not a DAW. You could. This is my house, my building. Y'all know where y'all could go if you got problems with that. But let's check this out. Okay. I still got an issue with these guys. I still got an issue. Still got an issue. Let's open up ASIO settings. I said, oh, it's down here. What's up, snitches? I'm on the quad, got my twin matrix. Here we go right here. This is some of the stuff that you need to look at. With OBS. I'm gonna say that with OBS. Virtual 9 and 10 is where I want to send that stuff. All my stuff is up virtual 9 and 10. So I think I cheated with, here go another one right up here. Hit this again, my bad, y'all. This is a part of the thing, 9 and 10. So I want to send my channels out so you guys can't hear when I hit this. You're not getting a preview, which is dope, which is gonna cause me to have to redo this whole video because I don't like editing. Let me see if I could fix it. Hit the cog wheel. Audio, video. I got 7 and 8. There we go. Door 9 and 10. Finally, click OK. Let me close. Then I'm gonna open back up. That's gonna take forever. My bad. That's one thing. So with this not being, it's the 2026 version. It's not, okay, the VST scanned up to 85% pretty quick. That's the thing. The scanning of the VSTs is obviously very slow. And so let's do this. Then I got an appointment to be at in a minute. As I'm hydrating my body, water. I need water. So we're about 86%. So while we still loading, I'm gonna still continue to talk to give you guys content. Hey, so you will see once we get this open, when it comes to recording, everything in my system is running via Universal Audio when it comes to recording. Music production, it depends on the DAW, but it still goes through Universal Audio. Production is different. Recording, and let's see if it caught up. Let's see if I hit this. Okay. Now you guys and ladies can hear that. So this is Music Maker. Now my point was to show you this little button right here, this red button. I would notice that button anywhere. And the thing is, if you have your system set up correctly, your system, which my system is different than a lot of people's systems, but if I wanted to use Music Maker to record, I would probably have issues because I did. I tried it before. And it was a lot of parameters that I had to adjust and change to get it to my liking. Nothing wrong with this. It's all about what you use. And see, some people will come in here and create a beat, create a track. And guess what? Next, they want to record. What's better than recording a place where you created it, right? Correct? Yes? Wrong? Some people know. Some people. And that's their prerogative. That's what you got to understand. We all have choices and decisions when we're making music. If I want to send this to somebody else to remix it or mix it and master it so that I could record, I could do that. That's my option. Or what most people do, they ain't got time. They look, I'm gonna be my recording engineer, I'm gonna be my sound engineer, I'm gonna be my production, I'm gonna be my all mastering engineer, I'm gonna do it all. They're not gonna send it out to nobody. They be like, why can't I just use this? It does record, doesn't it? Let's see. So I'm gonna just test run. I haven't been in here in a while. Import settings. So you got to learn, like I tell people, learn how to use your stuff. So I'm going to do this file. Let's go to desktop. Let's go to, I have some stuff sitting in here. This folder, which is a Magix folder. Let's go to final tracks. All right, we're going to grab this one. We'll call it late byte. It's away. We just go drop it over here, right? Tempo couldn't be recognized. Do you want to open, just insert audio? We're not going to do the tempo right. Not today. We'll minimize that. So this is called late byte. So I'm going to play it. 16 bars up here. That's what All right, so you got a track right now. Let's hit the plus button over here. I don't want to add nothing. So we just go hit the REC, which is record to arm the track. I'm gonna right click it. Now I know from previous things, this cogwheel down here, recording settings. Do you see how the left is just only picking up on the mic? If I click mono, monitoring, I'm gonna click advance, normalize afterwards. So it's right here, driver info, 1 and 2. And I know I could change it, but I just don't remember how. I will have to go in here and change the settings to record on so. So let me see, I think I heard some static. Peak control. Okay, there go the microphone. All this stuff is interesting. I could set that later. All right, so let's just go ahead and record to see what we could do. Right, so let's hit the button. What up? Welcome to Madhouse Pro. I'm in the building. If you don't like it, you could get out because it's my building. You could kick rocks by the railroad train when the train coming. Don't get hit, all right? And I'm not snitching because that's your business. All right, so I did a quick little record. Now let's play it back and see what it sounds like. What up? Welcome to Madhouse Pro. I'm in the building. If you don't like it, you could get out because it's my building. You could kick rocks by the railroad train when the train coming. Don't get hit, all right? And I'm not snitching because that's your business. All right, so just that quick, I recorded. Man, and it sounded pretty darn good to me. My vocals wasn't too high, too low, all that other stuff, but that's something different. So down here at the bottom, you got loops that you could bring in for my loop producers. You got the effects rack. You got the mixer, right? So on the mixer, it's everything like any other mixer, right? When you know how something works, and this program cost me, I think I paid $100 with the unlimited package they had, unlimited loops is right there. So I think I paid $100. But when you come to your system, each system is designed to do what it can do in that system, in that DAW. So to record, I'm able to record as well. It came out pretty good. So this is the other parts that I get at. So people be like, all right, but What if I want to dress that up? Meaning this is dry, no effects or none whatsoever. So if you see down here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, the number in front of the 2, which is audio. Here's the FX. So if I click the FX, show effects, I ain't got none on it. So if I needed to, let me see if I could do this. We doing this on the fly, y'all. Where is right here? So FX right here. So when I click, come on, don't freeze up on me. I ain't got no effects on. How do I add an effects, right? Here go to master effects. Hold on, y'all. Hold on for that. Here go to sends. My bad. Oh, sends. Volume. Anyway, we ain't gonna get too deep into it because I'm messing up right now. But you could record and then, of course, you could add the effects of anything. So let's see. I'm just shooting off at the hip now. I used to be able to just click that and get an effect on this track. Or down on 2. Loops. Go. Effects rack. Bear with a brother, y'all. Hold them up, homie. Here we go. Now here's the effects rack. So I can add on a track, right? Or an effect. So once I click this, I could click this plus. And then it's going to say, do you want a Magix? Or do you want your whole library? I want my library. Well, you got color effects up here too. Core effects. Essentials. Vintage. The wizard. The EQ. The regular filter. The Magix. And then this one. So let's go to here and go to Universal Audio. So when I click Universal Audio, see that's the console. And then here's all my effects that I have from Universal Audio that I'm allowed to use. Some of them I got to pay for, but just enough is enough. So we'll just go like the Hitsville EQ. So once I do that, you see right here, say open your plugin. I click the open sign. Now I could go ahead and add the effects on the track on what I want. So 70s kick, even though it's on the vocal, 80s kick. So let's see what they got for vocals. Vocal right here. I click that. Present, body, 8. Background vocal scoop. Background vocal sizzle. Background vocals. Better lead vocal. Choir. And I do that, it's going to change that. So let's. What up? Welcome to Madhouse Pro. I'm in the building. If you don't like it, you could get out. Because it's my building. You could kick rocks by the railroad train when the train coming. Don't get hit, all right? And I'm not snitching, because that's your business. So we could go up there, mute the top. Let's do this again. What up? Welcome to Madhouse Pro. I'm in the building. If you don't like it, you could get out, because it's my building. You could kick rocks by the railroad train when the train coming. Don't get hit, all right? And I'm not snitching, because that's your business. So you could easily add on an effects from some of the top companies. If you support them, you could use them in just about all DAWs. You know, don't get it twisted. So just a word of the wise when it comes to recording. There's so many different things, so many different vehicles could use. You may have that Chevy, you may have that Ford, you may have a Benz, you may have a BMW, you may have a Lexball, you may have a Hummer. The vehicle's gonna do the same thing. They'll get you from one point to the other. Now, how was the drive getting there? Some may be smoother than the other one, some may be rougher. But they all do the same thing. So when they come to recording, shout out to Bolo the producer. Great video you made the other day. I'm a supporter of your brother. I do my own little thing too, but this is just for the people. I have a much smaller fan base. I cater to the Magix company. Now, Magix was bought by Boris FX, and that's just Sampler 2, not the music maker, but I support the company. All companies. I support Boris, Universal Audio, Magix, all of them. Pre-Sony Studio One, Avid, all of them. I support them because one of these companies may have something that's good for you, good for your mix or your setup, you know. So I support it all, and I support the people who support the audio. Yeah, I was about to say the auto industry, but the audio industry, because it is what it is. Everybody has a small part, and it is what it is. You get what you get. But I ain't gonna hold you guys. Thank you for watching, for going on a 20-minute journey. Don't be discouraged if you can't afford the top of the top. get what you can and work with what you got. And sometimes that prepares you better when you go into a more Pro Tools or Studio One or anything with Steinberg, Cubase, any of that stuff. You know, they all do a certain little part in the industry. So don't be ashamed. I could go ahead and I could use this. What's this $60 music maker? I could make some bangers, and I'd be comfortable. You know. And then the thing is, like, you may run into some top tier engineers. You know, they have their stuff, and I ain't taking nothing from nobody. They have their stuff, and they well at what they do. So you may be, if you're not, if you haven't been to school or you haven't got the understanding or the knowledge of some of the terms that other people use, uh, if they was to say, "Hey Troy, we want you to go meet Andrew Sheps," I think that's his name. I know that's one of the top engineers in the world, and we want you to take your tracks over there dry. So I mean, okay, I know what that means. Or wet, wet. That's with all my effects on it. Who want that? Some people do. Take both of them, but they may want your stems, and you may have to be able to give them what they want to work with people. You could get knowledge from those people. So just keep that in mind. You may be called up to the big leagues one day and just don't know it because people want to see everybody process. Everybody don't get on YouTube and show their process. That's key. Most of them guys back in the 70s, 80s, even up to the 90s to effect before YouTube, they would just do their stuff behind the scenes and all you would do is hear it. You don't get to see the process. Now, look at me. I'm on YouTube making videos where you see some of the process. So uh, that's dopeness. So you may be I ain't gonna say a lower grade or somebody on a not as big as other people, and somebody great may hear your stuff and say, "How did you do that? Hey, could you come over, or do you mind sharing with me your process?" It's just something that may happen. So, with that being said, I support everybody, love everybody, because that's what we taught in the Bible, to love thy neighbor. I live in this world; everybody's my neighbor. Hey, but you guys be safe. My building, you ain't gotta go, but I gotta go because I got somewhere to be. Y'all stay blessed. Madhouse Pro, and I'm out. Go.